Hello everyone, and welcome to the Elm Park Journey with Diana Howe. My name is Diana Howe, and I am the lay leader for Elm Park United Methodist Church. This is a bi-weekly web series that has a special guest that will talk to us about upcoming events, programs, and announcements. My guests today are my lay members to annual conference, Leigh Redmon and Sarah Cooper. So glad to have you here with us today. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, glad to have you. So I've got a few questions for you about what happened during annual conference. So I'll ask both of you, what part of annual conference was the most meaningful for you?
I thought it was the St. Paul's choir. They sang very well and they showed a high degree of enthusiasm.
Absolutely. I wish we all had that much enthusiasm. That was wonderful. Sarah, how about you?
Music's always wonderful there.
Mm-hmm.
But the topic presented that was most meaningful for me was the idea that if 100 pianos are all tuned to the same fork, then they are automatically attuned to each other. That for me was a real powerful idea presented.
It was, and that was presented by our own Bishop Jeremiah Park, who incidentally had a little bit of problems with the tuning fork, but the idea came across very well. So Leigh, what do you think was the most important thing that happened at annual conference this year?
Well, it's hard to say, but I thought if we focused on being one in Christ, then nothing is impossible. We did reflect on the 50th anniversary of the United Methodist Church, from the formation of the Methodist Church and the Evangelical United Brethren joining together in 1968. The misgivings that were feared have not happened, and we continue to grow in faith, in service, and in ministry.
Absolutely, and that was part of the theme throughout the whole entire conference. So next we're going to look at a breakdown of each day. The conference lasted for 3 days, so we're going to talk a little bit about each day. So the first day, Sarah, can you tell us a little bit about what happened that day?
Sure. The first day there's a lot of organizing the conference, organizing the roles. There is a session for laity and a session for clergy. We were all in the laity session. And in the laity session, it focused on us being more than laity, that we have a mission, that our mission is Christ and the mission is Christ Church. And the session focused on how we go about doing that.
Absolutely. And that goes back to our historical roots, back when Methodists were first coming around in this country. It was more run by lay people than it was by clergy. So that was a good reminder for us. The second day, Leigh, can you tell us a little bit about that?
That was more a work day where we approved a budget of over $11 million to fund the annual conference. We passed various resolutions on mental wellness, on forming a conference creation care ministry team, and encouraging conversation on automated equipment and artificial intelligence in the workplace. But we did cap off the day by a retirement celebration and service honoring those who had retired. It was, I think, an aggregate of over 1,000 years of service.
Yes, absolutely. And it's a lot of people that are there for that service as well. Their families come in and so on. Sarah, how about the last day?
The last day we ended the business sessions. We had the Bible study on the Gospel of John from the bishop from West Virginia. We did the appointments for the upcoming year for the pastors, and it was the ordination service.
Okay. So one of the things that happens each day while we're doing annual conference are there opportunities for worship each day. And one of the things Leigh and Sarah both alluded to the fact that the music and the worship were very uplifting and important. Well, picture it this way. There are over 1,500 people in the room at Hershey Lodge who are worshiping together. So that just makes it totally amazing when we're all, focused on God together. So I thank you both very much for coming today and talking to us about the experience. It's really hard to explain to people who've never been there what it's like to be with so many other United Methodists. I would also like to thank everyone for watching this episode of the Elm Park Journey with Diana Howe, and would like to thank both Leigh and Sarah for being my guests this week. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button down below. If you have any ideas of topics we can discuss, please feel free to talk to or to email Wes Biala, Reverend Mike Biala, or myself. Have a blessed week and stay in prayer. As we share our blessings and our struggles, we can support each other as we explore God's call for each of us. Let us help each other find ways of making disciples for the transformation of the world. Grace and peace for the journey. Remember, we are better together with God's help.